Jack chugged down 22 pounds of water. After intense exercise, he endured a full day without using the restroom. When the warden inspected the cafeteria, Jack pretended to have an upset stomach and, with careful force, sprayed his food onto the warden's shoes. This allowed Jack to be sent to the infirmary as planned. At the infirmary, Jack feigned the need to use the restroom. The nurse, having no choice, called another prisoner to assist. Unbeknownst to the nurse, this prisoner was Jack's teammate. As soon as they entered the restroom, they pulled out a pre-prepared crowbar. Jack removed the tissue dispenser from the wall while his teammate, Nick, firmly held the restroom door shut. Quickly, they entered the passageway behind the tissue dispenser. Before leaving, Jack made sure to restore the tissue dispenser to its original state. The two successfully made their way to the prison workshop. They then retrieved a pre-made wooden box and suspended it underneath the meal delivery cart. The two hid inside the box, invisible even to the inspection staff's flashlights. Just like that, they smoothly escaped the prison. When the delivery cart reached the gas station and the driver went to refuel, the two immediately emerged from the box and hopped into a getaway car driven by their teammate, leaving the scene. But this was just the beginning of their plan for the day. Back at the prison, their accomplice, seeing the time was right, incited a riot among the inmates. They mercilessly tied up all the prison guards and engaged in unreasonable negotiations with the warden. Buying time for the three teammates outside to rob the vault, Jack and his two companions swiftly took action. They first blew up the card control room at the racetrack, making the manager believe it was an equipment malfunction. With all gamblers forced to place bets in cash, the vault would quickly fill up with a large amount of bills. The three then immediately disguised themselves as repairmen and quietly snuck into the racetrack's underground transport room. As long as they could break through the wall connecting the vault, they could use the pipes to clean out the cash. Jack took out a pre-prepared bleach pen, along with several bags of table salt and Skittles. He thoroughly mixed them together and quickly poured the mixture into a sealed plastic bag. After tying the bomb, Jack mustered up his courage and stuffed it into the pipe. A small bomb exploded inside the vault, but the resulting smoke drifted out from the cashier's desk. The female cashier, realizing something was wrong, immediately notified the racetrack security personnel. They quickly dispatched staff to investigate, but this was exactly what Jack and his team wanted. Seizing the opportunity, they connected a high-powered water pump they had purchased to the pipes. When they turned on the switch, under the immense suction, banknotes were continuously sent into garbage bags. In just a few minutes, tons of cash in the vault were nearly depleted. At this point, the prison accomplice noticed the agreed-upon time had arrived. They lit the garbage can on fire and triggered the fire alarm. Unable to observe the situation in the cafeteria, the warden had no choice but to call the fire department. This was the perfect way for Jack and his partner to return to the prison. Donning firefighter uniforms, they jumped onto the fire truck. When the real firefighters broke down the door to extinguish the fire, the two hurried down from the fire truck and returned to the infirmary through the back door.